Tell you what, all these injuries and suspensions and whatever else is going on could really derail a couple of our seasons here. If you have the one trade, it's probably going to help a little bit, but how much is it going to help? And we'll really get into that in the round results video, because there's a few guys that I'm worried for over the next week. I obviously have Teddy. There's guys like Garrick with Horsburgh to worry about as well. And if you're sitting with a couple of players that aren't actually playing week to week like myself, it's going to be pretty tough going into round 26 and 27, obviously with Murray and Latrell having the bye, Damien Cook as well. Three of those important players there. And I just found out there that Latrell's actually been charged, and an early plea will see him miss one game. So that would mean he would miss this week here in round 26 and then round 27 as well, which is really going to hurt teams, obviously, in that last round. So thankfully, that's probably the only carnage that I've missed this weekend. But it was obviously a great week of scoring, and congrats to the Knights. They're playing really, really good football. Without Hastings there, Clune did a great job. But it didn't really matter in the end. He obviously led them around the park a little bit. Kalen Ponga did a lot of the kicking there at 255 metres, so that helped him and his points there. He started so well. He was 39 or something like that very, very quickly in this game, and it kind of slowed down in the second part of this match there with Rabbitohs really trying hard, but not really being able to come up with too much. And Ponga's 59 was lovely there. 3 line breaks, a couple of try assists, and the big run meters and the kick meters there really helped him out. And he's just been so amazing, hasn't he, since he moved back to fullback? And I can't believe we could get him in the 400s this year. It's just crazy. Damien Cook was their best by far, really. The Bunnies there at 86. He had the line break, the try, the line break assists in there, and defended well around the footy for 125 metres. It was great work on his part. Greg Marzou was getting all of the ball in that first half there, getting it first half triple. And ended up just running the footy beautifully. Only the one penalty in this one, but 11 tackle breaks, 240 metres. Incredible work there for Gregory. So, Scoop's going to be very happy with that. He obviously played really poorly week before last. And, and then 87 in this one. So, good bounce back. Scoop will be happy, as I said. Gagai, 62, doing it very, very easily there. 2 line breaks, 2 line break assists. That right-hand side is just beautiful. And defensively, he gets involved in all the work, and he brings that same intensity defensively to his the offensive side. And 126 metres, a little bit lower than normal. But, as I said, the line breaks, the tackle breaks and offloads and turnover tackle from there really helped the great man Gagai out. And congratulations to everyone that owns him at the moment. He is the informed centre and the guy you want in your team. That's for sure. And I definitely wouldn't push you away from using a last trade on him if you had that. All right, Murray, 52. Needed a try assist to get him over the 50 line, which is a bit sad. 49 tackles is great. The 7 missed tackles is very frustrating. For him, basically, I think to have the highest missed tackle numbers in this game. Lockie Elias was 7 as well. So, for Cam Murray, meant to be one of our premier defenders, premier players in the game, 7 missed tackles is not good enough. And you're seeing that with a bunch of these middles at the moment. Robson's really struggled with it this year. Same with Cam. And it's just stopping him from going nuclear and getting that 60 average or 60 plus average that we were able to get from him last year. And he's going to be an interesting guy to look in towards next year as well. And if you have multiple trades at the moment, I can see why you would look at moving him on. Obviously missing this week and being at a good price, $760. If you're still in that mode, if you've got a head-to-head final in this week, then he's going to be a great guy to trade out. That's for sure. Same with Latrell, and obviously if they decide to not fight it, which I'd imagine they will fight it just because they need to. It's a tough one, isn't it? Can they win without him? It's probably the question, because they'll have if they make the 8, they'll have a sudden death one, so they wouldn't want to fight it and miss it. So actually, I'm probably in the 50-50 mark, because they need to win to make the finals, but then they also need him in that first finals game. So that's going to be very, very strange how that's going to work out and how they decide to do that. And in this one, obviously ran for 200 metres. The sin bin at the end was the killer. Obviously would have got close to 60 without the penalty and also the sin bin, which was frustrating for him. But it's still a solid score at 51. He scores with ease. He's one of those guys that's very, very tough viewing, to be honest with you, as a non-owner. He just can score points so easily. Sometimes he's not involved, and the Souths aren't playing great at the moment. So obviously when Knights are scoring tries, when they've got the ball plenty, getting repeat sets, it keeps him out of it. But yes, just still did really well. What about the kick into the post? That helped us non-owners as well. Frizzell ended up with a line break there in the later part of the game. That time that Latrell ended up coming in and whacking him in the head with the elbow there. Not sure if he'd get off, actually. Hey, because it looks like the clear intent was there to come down and whack him. And he didn't get clear head. He obviously got shoulder and head, but yeah, I'd say that at the moment they probably go, nah, it was reckless. They didn't need to happen. But yeah, Frizz 50 was good. Best 50 there. Happy with that as well. If you're owning him, he had a couple of lower ones in recent time. Been losing a little bit of cash there, as you can see. Neg 14. Saifidi with the try. Leo Thompson still playing good footy. Clooney there, yeah, got the try. Got the field goal as well. So good on him. Did what he needed to do. Crossing a little bit lower. Walker's been pretty average in recent time. That's for sure, which is frustrating. Adam Elliott was the one we've been talking about and just didn't get going in this game. Low minutes, 31 points there with the lower PPM. Didn't work out for him. Talis Duncan's still doing good things, getting involved. His bloody headgear kept flying off, so he just got rid of it in the end. Good to see his flowing locks out there. Dom Young a little bit low, which is strange. And then Fitzgibbon with a 58 minutes, so just 27 points for him. And if he played the full 80, you'd imagine about the 40 there, so a little bit lower than where he's been hitting at that high 40s average. So a frustrating one for any Fitzgibbon owners, Tass owners as well, the 24, and then Johnston at 16. Kind of rounds things out. A nice first try for Shaq Mitchell. Thankfully, a good pass there from Cam Murray. Okay, so this was where the worry came from injuries, and that was Corey Horsburgh copping that HIA. And you'll see here all the guys that have some issues. Garrick with his back, Horsburgh there with the head injury, Teddy. They've all got that beautiful first aid symbol, which is not nice for us owners anyway. And he's owned by a lot of people, but there are a bunch of guys that are missing out on players like him, or maybe they went for Murray instead. Yeah, most of the time you either have both or you one or the other there. So it looks like both will be out. Let's hope that he's actually fine. Apparently he passed, according to commentators, according to Sticky, said that he was fine, Horsburgh. So hopefully he's sweet to go for this week. They do need to win, because if they lose their last two, I think there's a high chance that they actually miss out in the 8. So if Corey's good to go, let's hope he is. This team list tomorrow is going to be a crazy one. That's for sure. But we had really, really good scores in this one. Obviously from Rappner with 84. Rounds out after 16 last week, a 50 average over the 2 weeks. And yeah, for those that's, hopefully if you did trade him in last week and cop that 16, that you benefited here with the 84. That's all we can hope there. Tarpanay, decent minutes at the end at 56, and then things just started going for him in that second period, because that first stint there was very, very low coming into that first 20 minutes, and really improved from there. Horsburgh just accumulates, got a couple of nice offloads. Did a great job. So at least we'll take this 65, and likely at this point he would have played an extra 5 or potentially the full 80 there, and could have got a bigger score. Same to that of Tedesco as well. So we'll have to see what happens with him and all the other guys, obviously. But yeah, great to see a big score from Taps for their owners. Papali'i, again, on and off type of player at the moment, with his ability to score a try being a big factor in when he actually scores well. Still a 43 average there. What about Harrison Edwards? Full 80 in this one. Again, sounds like, and from what a lot of Dogs fans are saying, that he kind of suits their way of playing in the middle there. And he picked up a line break to go along with his 52 tackles. So good on Harrison, but that didn't leave a lot of minutes for my boy Maxi King, who came off the bench, and a 44 from him. So really worked hard in his time out there. Gave him a couple of missed tackles early, and he worked hard, really, really hard in that second half for big meters. And that one offload in there as well. So thankful for the 44. We'll cop it. It's pretty well where he's averaged for the year, obviously, with some lower games there, but happy overall with the 44. We needed it. That's for sure. So well done to Edwards there. Timoko with the 55 did a great job as well. So yeah, they end up with 9 tackle breaks. They bumped him up because there was a bunch early that they just completely missed, which is strange. But 2 tries for him, 2 line breaks. 55. You probably would have wanted a little bit more with a couple of tries, but wasn't to be. And then Liam Knight did really, really well. 54 and he's 37, so cracking PPM on that one. Corey Waddell with his 53. Averillo back up to a good score there after his shocker last week, so 52 for him as well. Was involved in everything. Good stuff for Jake, and hopefully that helped you guys out in the centres there. Matty Burton been fairly low. I think next year is going to be the year for him to step up, I believe. And that of Kickout might have a bit of a discount as well coming into next year. He's an interesting guy to watch. 35 tackles, 7 misses, 3 offloads, a line break assist, just everything across the board for him. For those that have Kotrick, 40 would have worked out pretty well. You'd be happy with that with the try. Just very limited on the negative side and a couple of turnover tackles, so happy days for him. Karaz, another 38, so I believe the same score last week as well. So yeah, you cop that from his price point. Like, I'm looking at myself with Maxi King, and that price point, it's like, well, what can I expect? Really, I want a 45. That'd be pretty good. And same for Carraz. If you can hit about that 40, 45 average, that's where he's priced, or it's, a bit above. If you get closer to 50 in a random week, is all you can hope for with that, especially, when your team's getting beat. He did have a try, though, so you'd probably hope for a 45 plus in that one there. Tavita Pangai worked hard for his 35, obviously, with the 20-odd minutes there. Yeah, into his old situation. Probably leave it. And then that's basically it there. Ockenbaugh. Reedy, 25 and 65 minutes, pretty yuck. And Thompson there, 23 in his 31, so a bit better on the defensive side. And yeah, that's it. Flanagan came on, 18 and 15, go him. That's the last two game, guys. Just obviously be aware of what's happening with all the injuries, suspensions, seeing how things will go. Obviously, Teamless Tuesday will help a lot of people. Would obviously know what's going on. If you don't have any trades left, it's just hope then. And then you're hoping for guys like Lemuelu to come back as well. Hopefully, he's had a fair few HIAs this year, so hopefully he's okay. And he hasn't had any delayed symptoms. We haven't heard anything from that scenario yet, but we'll find out a little bit more very soon, and we'll get into our round results just after that. See you guys.